Hello there, fellow followers. I thought that sounded funny, that's why I said it. So, I'm glad you're coming back to watch one of my shows. Want to do something a little different, trying to get people out of their comfort zone. So I'm going to show you a real cool twist on a recipe that I absolutely love. It's turkey curry rice soup. And it's like, wow, that's a big mouthful. But putting that little bit of curry flair into the soup really adds to it. So the first thing we're going to do, now obviously I got a rice cooker, and this is one of the only things that I have that's all it can do, or that's all I use it for, I should say. And I'm going to show you some hints and secrets on how to make good rice with a rice cooker, because these few steps, just, if you've ever had failure making rice, this is it. If you don't want to do this, I suggest instead of cooking the rice in the soup, go to your local Chinese restaurant and get a thing of soup, okay? Or a thing of rice, because you can just dump it in there, okay? So, first off, you gotta use salt. And there's been a lot of conversation about salt. I just did a little thing on Facebook talking about, problem is there's a lot of restaurants using way too much salt these days. But here we have a purpose. And I always shake it in my hand so I can kind of see, is we need to raise the boiling point of the water. And we need to keep it from boiling over, right? Well, how do we do that? How about a tablespoon of butter? You could use just oil if you wanted to, but that's going to kind of break those bubbles around the seal. Because when I first used to make rice, because I'm anti-salt and all this stuff, and it always boil all over the place. And I was like, why am I screwed up? Okay. Second of all, I want a little flair to this. So I got some saffron. I love saffron. My whole life I've just really enjoyed the taste of it. It doesn't last forever. I buy it online, small quantities, don't buy big quantities. But what we're going to do is we're going to grab a pinch. It's probably too much. Yeah, too much. So I ended up with like 8-10 little pestles of my saffron. I got it in this bottle one time. Every time else I get it, it's either like Ziploc baggie or some little stupid thing. I just keep using this because it's got a really nice tight seal on it. Okay, secret number 35 is a cup of rice, and I pour it till I know it's really full, and if a couple go over the edge, I know it's full. And if I were to shake this long enough, you'd see it's probably really just flat, because it doesn't fill all the nooks and crannies when you do that. Now normally, I would just take the same measuring cup for the water, which I know you don't use dry measuring cups for liquid, but I make an exception in this one, okay? And I just fill it a little short, because if you fill it all the way to 2 cups, for some reason I get too much water and I want to dry it out. I don't want my rice to be soupy. So I've got just a hair less than 2 cups. Doesn't matter if it's cold, hot, warm, whatever. I guess I wouldn't put warm water in there. Okay, I'm going to take it out of the way onto the other counter so I can plug it in and let it rip. Make sure you pay attention to it, because I've actually forgotten about rice before and had something go wrong, and it makes a big mess. Alright, so let's get back to my soup. I've got 2 tablespoons of olive oil in here. It's got a nice shimmer to it, so I know it's pretty darn hot. And I got some onion. I chopped up a yellow onion. Oh yeah. I've got a red pepper chopped up. Not too small. I actually like to know what's in there. Let me give this a quick stir. And I sliced up a jalapeno. These are just some nice thin rings. Just a little flavor. You know, I start at the toe, I call it, and cut that off, and then I just make thin slices till I start to cut up and I get seeds and a lot of the vein, the white stuff, which has got all the heat to it. That's when I stop. So most of the time you can get about half the jalapeno. The rest of it is kind of in the danger zone for heat. I just like to get the onion a little translucent. I'm not trying to make it cook and turn brown and get all ugly. I put the jalapeno in last because I don't like the jalapeno getting overcooked. I almost like it when it has a little bit of crunch to it. But in this recipe I'm kind of using standard what most people like, so I'm putting it at the same time. Yeah, it's funny, there's been a lot of chat lately about a lot of the local restaurants really increasing the use of salt. I mean, people are sending food back because it just tastes so salty. I'm like, well, you know, they're desperate. They're trying to drive up the bar tab, right? And like, what do you mean? I said, well, think back in the day, you went in a bar, had a few beers. What do they always have on the table? Peanuts and Chex Mix, or pretzels, anything that's salty, because you're going to eat it and drink more. Okay, next, I actually have a pound of turkey that I cubed. 'Tis the season. After the holidays, I can buy a turkey breast, pretty cheap. Bone it, cook it, put it in the freezer. I don't have to stuff this one, but I still like to use sage, rosemary, and thyme twigs in there just to give it some good flavor. So that's going to add something to my soup. Clean as you go, man. Alright, so I'm going to let this heat through a little bit. So where are we going to impart all this flavor from? We're going to do a whole bunch of really, really crazy stuff, okay? So, I use this red curry paste. I really like it. It's not curry like you think of, like yellow. Remember, curry is a flavor, it's not like a plant or anything. So you can make curry out of just about anything you want. I want really about a quarter cup, because it's a pretty big thing of soup. Just a hair more. And if you're afraid of too much, you can measure it, that's fine. Let's get that stirred in here, see what it looks like. That's how I really tell, it should coat everything. Oh yeah, get some heat on that. Oh. Smell-o-vision, here we come. That's really nice, really good. Might have to put just a hair more in, but I'll know in a second. Yeah. Okay, look, so this is like almost 4 ounces by weight. But it's certainly not 4 ounces by volume. Now, what's the other thing that's really, really great in curry, and you saw it here, that is my favorite? I need to grab from the refrigerator my curry paste and my ginger paste. Alright, let me go get that. Just want this to heat through. I want to get that turkey, get a little color to it. So I like a little ginger paste. Don't want to go crazy with this. So I need about a tablespoon and a half. And this is chili garlic sauce. It's in the Asian food section of the store. It's really, really great. I love it. I like the way it's garlic and vinegar together, which really adds to the soup. Normally before, I've always used garlic in this soup, but I had this already open and I'm like, what the heck? We're going to add a little life to this. So, 2 good tablespoons in there. Now we're talking, brother. Ooh. Looks really good. Alright, now I've got some coconut milk here, and I want to put just about half, 3/4 a can in here. Love the color, all that red coming through. And of course, I need some chicken stock because it's hard to find turkey stock, okay? Doesn't really matter. So I'm going to put 4 cups. I know if you're watching some professional on TV, they just stab it and pour it in there. Yeah, it gets all over the place. I don't have people cleaning up after me, so that's right. I don't do that. I want to get this heated through really, really well. Seems to take forever. I'm going to put something room temperature in here, but it's a lot of volume. It really slows it down. So I'm going to get it back up to a nice little bubbly. We'll just sit and stare at it. Magnificent. This is great. You're going to really like this. I see little bubbles. You stay and say I see dead people. Wow. Yeah, this is going to be really good. I'm really excited. Drew a little bit. Okay. Sorry. I'm just human. All right. Yeah, the jalapenos are still kind of floating, so they got some crunch to them. The red peppers aren't all like wilted to death. Just enough to cook the onion. That's what you really want to kind of break down and get the flavor out of. Come on. Just a little teeny bit of activity in here. I don't want a rolling boil, but I want to see some heat. Quick check on my rice. Getting close. Come on. Watch pot never boils. Look away, look away. There it goes. Just the way it should be. And you can't rush things. You really want some of these flavors to really kind of mix together. You know, there's some things where you make where you want every bite to have distinctive flavors, but things like soup, I'm always like, no, I really want to impart all these flavors together, make them unite, make them happy. Rice is really close. So anyway, thought for the day is, it was really well put by someone in our group on Facebook, is that if you go to a restaurant and something's not right, give them the chance to make it right. Don't just blast it all over social media. Maybe they didn't know. Maybe someone made a mistake. Maybe some new guy was putting something together. I mean, yes, the chef does create the meals with ideas, but doesn't necessarily mean he's making every dish out there. So, you know, maybe someone mistook, you know, and of course we're talking about large volume, someone mistook, you know, half a cup for a quarter cup. But don't be afraid. It's not about you know, getting a refund. No. Well, maybe there's something else you'd rather try. But don't eat the whole thing and say, you know, I really wasn't happy with it. No. But let's be nice people for a change and be like, this was kind of a little too salty, or maybe it's just something you don't like the taste of. But give them a chance, you know. And, it's the right thing to do. And obviously, if they laugh in your face and tell you you're stupid, well, okay. Now you can turn to social media and say, I don't think I want to go back there. And maybe you'll find that other people have the same issue, you know. But, you know, I typically, and you know, in reality, we don't say anything, we just don't come back. I used to have a friend who used to say it all the time. He had his own business. And he said, I really wish that people, instead of just not returning, would tell me what the heck, give me a chance. This is beautiful. It's really get right down there. That soup is like, my rice is like down to the second here. Okay, I've got some really hot rice. Gotta let it cool for a second. Let's fluff it up a little. All of a sudden my soup's decided it wants to boil like crazy. So, This is stick free, so I tend to be a little gentler with it. I really don't want to destroy it. And you probably noticed that, or maybe you didn't, the knob broke a long time ago and I just put a bolt through it. That's what I use for it, but you know, this thing's really old and it's served me well. Oh yeah. So I just want to get it to cool. Just a hair. Whew. Steam with my glasses. Alright, so let's see how much we want to put in here. I'm going to start with about half. Okay, 2/3. My recipe calls for the whole thing, but I'm always hesitant because I always want to look as I go. About 3/4. I see rice in every scoop. It's really kind of helping to turn this soup into something magical. There's a little bit left in here, so it can handle it. Oh yeah. Just want to stir it all together. This is really, really beautiful soup. I want to give just long enough for that rice to kind of soak in some of that beautiful soup, and let some of that saffron kind of cook out into the soup. It's a two-way street there. It's a beautiful thing. Those are really exciting. Beautiful thing. Alright, so how do I finish this? I got just want to change that flavor profile, so in the last minute I've got a bunch of scallions that I just cut the white part. I got a little bit of cilantro, kind of color and flavor. And most important, I have juice of 1 lime. That lime is going to do incredible things to the soup. Oh. And now I can say this soup is ready. Wow. Just want to get everything toasty warm. Cilantro sticking to my spoon. Okay. magnificent. This is a really pretty soup. You know, you gotta have everything together. The presentation, how it looks, and the taste of how it tastes. You know, if it looked really ugly, if it looked like poop, no one would eat it. So it has to look good, it has to taste good, and the profile is to be there of all the different foods you want in there. So, I know it's pretty toasty. I know this because I stuck my finger in it by mistake when I was dishing it up. I just want to see what that broth profile is. Make sure I get that just right. Wow. It's not over the top. You know, it's not as hot as you might think. I can definitely taste all the flavors. That ginger really comes out in this. The lime. Wow, it's really perfect. This is really great. So, please, if you want to try something new, try one of my recipes for a change. Stop searching the internet. Just come to my page and look and see all the stuff I have, because let me tell you, some of the stuff is really great. You know, it might be scary at first. You might want to maybe start a little toned down if you're not sure if it's going to be too hot. And I usually warn people, you know, sometimes I do make things a little toasty, but this is perfect the way it is. So remember, if you want to know what I'm cooking, you need to subscribe. Ring the notification bell, and please comment. Make something, or don't make it and comment. Tell me, what are you, crazy? I'll take that just as well as anybody, and I will also respond. I respond to all my comments. Now, if you live across the other side of the globe, or you're up all night and you comment, yeah, I'm not going to do it till morning, but let me tell you, you're going to be really surprised, because I get up early in the morning and I jump right on it and I respond to that stuff, because that's a priority to me. You know, I really appreciate everyone that does watch my shows, and I really, really enjoy what I do, and I want you to enjoy watching me and having fun, maybe? I don't know. But anyway, try this, you like it, and I will see you again next time.